Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Cycling Discussions hosted by myself, Reginald Scott. Firstly, may I apologise to all of those who couldn't hear me during episode 1. Hopefully I've rectified those issues now and you can hear me loud and clear. I'd also like to say thank you to those of you who did manage to contribute to episode 1, and I would actively encourage that anyone viewing this gives their personal opinion on the topic that I'm going to discuss today. And if you like, you can also make suggestions of future topics you wish to discuss that concern cyclists on the roads today. The idea of these videos is to be beneficial and educational as well as entertaining. So please feel free to contribute as much as you want. Now, on to the subject. The subject I wish to discuss today is a little bit of a rehash of episode 1, and there's a very good reason for that. You see, in episode 1, I spoke about a cyclist called the North Yorkshire Cyclist, who is a YouTuber, and by the appearance of it, quite an avid mountain biker as well, and he has cameras on his person and on his bike. He recently did something a little bit different. He made himself a day-glow jacket with on the back a warning about his cameras, so that motorists coming up behind him would know that they were being filmed by his cameras while he's out riding his bike. And my question was, is this a good idea? Is this something we should be doing? Can you see any benefit in it? Now, the reason I want to bring this subject back up is because on Saturday of this month, Saturday the 15th, I was riding along minding my own business when I was suddenly involved in a hit and run incident where the driver maliciously, intentionally, and without provocation basically drove his vehicle straight through me and my bike. As a result of that, I ended up in hospital. I'm now back home on a variety of painkillers, and I'm trying to recover from that incident. My bike is a modern art masterpiece of twisted metal, and it's going to be some weeks, possibly even months, before I will be back to any kind of physical exercise. And again, I apologize if I make any weird mistakes. I am under the influences of certain narcotics. I don't know whether they're opiates or what, but they're pretty strong. Anyway, I've had discussions with my friends and family about this incident, and the reason I wanted to join it in with the first video discussion was this: would I have come off any better from that incident if I'd have been wearing one of these day-glow jackets with warning I have cameras on the back? Now, some people say yes. They say, look, if you'd have announced to the driver behind you before they decided to attack you that you had cameras, they wouldn't have done it. And there is a certain level of logic to that. But the logic to that is based on the driver behind me being rational and not mentally unhinged, as this driver appears to be. And the police are searching for him as we speak. He fled the scene immediately or during the attack. He basically ploughed right through me and carried on going. I don't think the jacket would have made a difference to someone like that. I think the jacket does make a difference to rational people, but rational people should be making rational decisions about passing cyclists safely anyway. That guy didn't know I had cameras, and as a result I got a good film of him and his registration and his vehicle, which the police are now using to hopefully bring this crazy person to justice. If he had known I had cameras, and if he had still attacked me, what would stop him from pulling his vehicle over, getting out, removing my cameras, and then making good his escape, depriving me of the evidence that I need to gain that prosecution against him? And that is the question. So I open the floor up. Those are the opinions I've had, and those are my opinions. Feel free to make a comment as to what your opinion is. I will be back on the bike as soon as I can. This has not dissuaded me at all from riding. I still love it. I still think it's the best thing in the world for getting around. and I would hope and pray that nothing like this ever happens to you. Just be as safe as you possibly can. I would hate this to happen to somebody else. Good evening or good day, depending on when you're watching this. And this is Reginald Scott signing out. Thank you very much.